Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I am Queen Bean Tarot. Welcome to anyone new. I am Jessica. So today I am going to be doing a weekly reading. I do like to try and keep these timeless. However, during the week I am doing this from the 29th of December through to the 4th of January, just in case anyone wants to know. So we're going from December to January, finishing off 1 year, starting a new year. So I've got a feeling it's going to be pretty big. As you can see, I have the days out for the week. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a pull for the week, one card for each day. So if more than one card comes out, then that's fine. And then I will also be doing a bit more fuller read with whichever group you choose. I will also be using these. So potluck, it's just little images meant to display arcana, like the major arcana cards in a tarot deck. And I'm also going to be pulling some tea leaf. So I have 3 choices for you all today. The first choice is the Astral Gate Tarot, which is this one. I'll show you what it looks like. Very slippery, very smooth, and I've put it with a crystal just for those who find it easier to choose via a crystal. This is a flower agate. So hoping you guys can see that properly. It's very beautiful. I especially got this one for this whole purpose. I love it. For our poll number 2s, I believe this is Lucinel Anima, which is a Bastet tarot. This one is very unique. I really love the feel of these cards, and I've got it with a raw selenite chunk of crystal. We got that. And for our poll number 3s, I'm using a Sirius tarot. So this is, I believe this comes from a Australian company. It never came properly in a box that I'm aware of, but I do really love it. It's beautiful, very unique. As you can tell, I won't be taking reversals today, and it's put with a clear quartz crackle crystal. So this is smooth, but it's all cracked inside. I love the feel of this. It doesn't have a flat base, but it still stands up fine. So those are the choices for my 3 piles. And I will see you all in your reading. Hello, my beautiful pile number 1s. If you chose the Astral Gate Tarot, which is this one, or if you chose this Flower Agate Mini Tower, then this is your reading. So I'm actually going to start off with getting a card for each day of your week. And then we're going to do a bit more of a fuller read. So just because, you know, there might be one or a few things that are very standing out for the entire week. However, we have a lot that can happen in a week, and this can sometimes help us see what days might be special, what days might have something bigger happen in it, and what, you know, the bigger read might relate to, or when it might begin, or gives you better timing. So I am doing this as a timeless weekly read. However, if someone wants to, you know, this is meant to be from the 29th of December through till January 2026, the 4th of January 2026. 2 for Sunday. Interesting. Okay, pop them aside. Let's see what we got. Two of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. Now I shuffle these a lot and I use these a lot, so it's not, I know that the second people see two cards that are ascending or together, that's what they assume. The Eight of Swords, the Three of Cups, the Lovers, the Five of Wands, and then we have the Three of Swords and the Two of Swords, another two ascending, so two at the start and two at the end. Very interesting. So your Two of Pentacles is all about juggling, making choices, trying to be balanced. It can have to do with partnerships. And then the Three of Pentacles is like, you know, teamwork and cooperation, you know, communicating and working together in a creative like endeavor or a project. As you can see, they're weaving together this design. They're all working together. One's holding them up. The other two were sort of sorting out the strings and getting it all done. So yeah, it could be balancing work and relationships. That's also another thing. Your Eight of Swords is all about, you know, feeling stuck, being in denial, or feeling helpless. Like you're free, but you just don't feel free. So a lot of this has to do, your swords have to do with mentality, which is interesting because if we're going based on this week specifically, Wednesday is the 31st and Thursday is the 1st. So this is like the last day of this year. Maybe you could be feeling like you didn't get everything done this year that you wanted, and you feel like you've lost, or you might feel like you're going to be stuck in that sort of, you know, nothing's going to happen. Or am I still going to be like this in a year's time? You know, like, am I still going to be not progressing? I feel like you're thinking you're on a specific timeline, like, oh, I have to have this done and this done and this done because these other people have it done. It's like, no, you know, you gotta go at your own pace. Everyone has a different pace, and timing doesn't, just because someone else bought a house within a year or two of having this really good job, and like, you might not know that they got given that money from family or an inheritance, and you're thinking, oh, I need to match them. Like, I gotta, what's the word, keeping up with the Joneses, I believe. So yeah, you might be thinking and feeling that, or you might just feel like you haven't progressed, or like the thing that you did want to get done, you know, in 2025 you didn't, and then you just feel like you're going to be stuck focusing on the exact same thing in 2026. With Thursday, we got Three of Cups. This is you know, celebration, it's happiness, community, friendship, coming together. With Friday, you have a major arcana card. Friday is the Lovers. So you could be doing something new that you love, finding a spark for something new that you love, making a choice between something, like one or two, like which choice are you going to go with. You could also be meeting someone or getting together with someone. It doesn't have to be commitment love. It can just be new friendship and connection. This could be you getting into a partnership where it could be business as well. This can be connected where you know, you're celebrating and getting together with people, and then, you know, you sort of get closer to one person and make friendship. Your Five of Wands is about, like, you know, it's about conflict and competition and disagreements, you know, not viewing something at the same point of view, you know, like having different views, and, you know, you're probably having disagreements and arguments. But this can also be like ambition and competition and working together with others to, like, pretty much aim for something. So I'm seeing a lot of working together. If anything, maybe you're all working for towards the same thing, and you're like, let's see who gets there first. Like, it's like a healthy competition. That could be it. But on Sunday is the 4th of January, you have the Three of Swords and you have the Two of Swords. So the Three of Swords is about, like, heartache. It could be separation, losing something or someone. This could be you making a choice to break up with someone, and it could be some disagreements. But the Two of Swords is getting back into balance and making decisions that are best for you. You might have opposing ideas, or people giving you a different take, or giving you a different, what's the word, like, you know, you ask for advice and someone gives you the opposite advice of what others have, and you're sort of like, I get like a feeling like you're pulled here and you're pulled there, and you sort of like trying to stick to your heart, like what's best for your, you know, emotional and mental well-being. You might be wanting to cut off because this is actually painful for you right now. So going from 3 to 2 is actually better than going from 2 to 3. So descending is something is causing you some problem, some heartache, you know, it is, you know, you're deciding to cut this off, to you know, make a choice to walk away for your own better health. But depending on where you're walking to is gonna decide on what your next steps are after this. So you seem to have a big decisions coming, which most people would during this time of the, you know, from one year to the next. It's a huge transition, and even though a lot of people go, oh, they're just normal days, it's also the energy with it. You go from, you know, when you go from ending of something and the brand new beginning of something else, there is a renewal energy regardless, and that is also felt when it comes to you know, the moon and your major, like, planets and where they're all sitting. We got the Empress. Very interesting. The Empress is all about feminine power, creativity, fertility, pleasure, and expression. So this is very fitting for the fact that you've had, like, you know, 3 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups here, 5 of Wands. You know, all of this has given me a lot of community and working on something with others, or, you know, talking to others about, you know, doing something creative, or even like, there is the Lovers, like it might be something very pleasurable for you. It doesn't mean like sexual. It can mean something that literally brings you joy, like you are happy while you're doing this thing. So I got a feeling we have a lot of creative things happening. Let's get a bigger reading, some more coming out. That was quite a few. The 2 of Cups, which is union, or the Wheel of Fortune, which is the beginning of a new cycle, end of the old, like I said, and the Page of Swords. So your 2 of Cups is about harmony, cooperation, and partnerships. You could be wanting to start a new partnership, or you could even be, you know, leaving one partnership and going to a new partnership, like from one to the next. There's nothing wrong with like going from one to another. Wheel of Fortune is all about, it is a major arcana, but it's all about cycles, good luck. You could also come into a lot of abundance, whatever it is that you're after. So it could be abundance in a, like a potential, something that you really want to start, like a creative idea comes to you. It could be a destined path that you need to go down. It is a major change, and it can mean karma, like it could be karma being paid out, like you have to go down a karmic route, so good or bad, either. The Page of Swords is a messenger. The 3 of Wands is about your growth. It is more creativity, and it is also self-expression. The Queen of Pentacles, she's really good with business, like she's good at making money, working from home, comfort. She's a nurturer, she's caring, but she knows how to make that money, and she knows how to work from home. She has a lot of good business sense. It could be someone's coming to you with an offer because they see what creative idea you're making, and they're like, hey, I saw you doing this, do you need like backing, or do you need you know, help, and I'm willing to help you in exchange for a percentage, or, you know, something like that. or promotion. Yeah, it's something that you're meant to be doing. I feel like this is something you've always wanted to do. I feel like it's something creative that you thought you could never make money from. I think it's something that you really enjoy doing, whether that is, you know, knitting or painting or writing or drawing or, you know, even creative work. Like, you know, I actually saw, like today I hopped online and I saw this young lady, and she actually makes these gorgeous daggers, like really one of a kind, beautiful daggers, and it's like proper metal work and stuff that she actually makes herself, and she like welds it all and puts it all together. And I think it's in American dollars, like she must be in America. I'm in Australia, so it is kind of expensive when I convert it to my pricing, but like they're so beautiful. And like obviously that's not the kind of work or business stuff that would take off, because it's very specific and selective, but they would be great for, like, you know, like daggers for like Wiccans and people who want to do it as a beautiful background or just want something lovely. And the Knight of Cups, this is an offer unlike any other that you do not want to pass up. It's something that will come to you at the perfect opportune moment, and it has to do with something you're passionate and in love with. So typically this could be viewed as someone coming to you with a love offer. However, with your reading being about a lot of creativity, I feel like this might be an offer about something that you love, and it could be coming from this person who's in your corner. We also have the Sun on the back, so pure joy, happiness, vitality, you know, clarity. I feel like you're definitely going to know that this is exactly what you want to do, and you're going to succeed. This is a success card. This is also a Major Arcana card. So you have the Wheel of Fortune, Major Arcana. You have the Lovers, Major Arcana. And you have the Sun, Major Arcana. 3 really positive, good luck, lots of love, lots of passionate happiness cards. And the only other one that came out for you is the Empress, which is all about creativity, following your intuition, your feminine energy, which is like, so when we say feminine, we don't mean you have to be a female. It just means fluidity. Go with the flow and just let the creation, and your inspiration flow naturally, instead of, you know, directing and being very controlling and, you know, direct with masculine energy. So there's a difference between how you would create depending on those two types of energy. And with that, it's like when it says fertility and expression, that can be creativity. So fertility is the energy to create. So it's the idea, the seed that you're putting into the soil to create. So that's that initial spark, that initial idea. So the Two of Cups, like I mentioned, is obviously, it's typically when, you know, you get together with a person. However, this could be you working with someone, like you have the same love for this, you know, specific type of creation, and someone else, like if it's knitting, someone else also knits as well, and you two collaborate and bounce ideas and work together on this massive, you know, thing. And then you both, you know, go looking for, perhaps seeing if anyone's going to back up this amazing creative idea that you guys are working on. So it could be you collaborating with someone. It could be for a few people, your partner, like your actual relationship partner, your lover, is actually backing you up and working with you on this. Like your biggest supporter is your partner. Let's get some of these tea leaf. For some of you, it doesn't mean you're going to get this all done in this week. It means that you're starting it, you're thinking about it, this could be that you're overthinking it and you're feeling stuck because you're thinking about too much. We have a few. Ladder, climbing towards success. We have kangaroo, unsettled times, need to plan ahead. Yeah, there's lots of planning, there's ideas coming through. Dog, close up, pleasure with a close friend. This close friend, this lover could be a friend who turns into a lover, like you go out on a limb and say that you've always had a crush on them, and they go, oh wow, or they go out on a limb and say they've always had a crush on you, and you go, let's see how we go together. I feel like it's going to be quite positive. This could be heartbreak at the loss of a friend, because you have to make a decision, keep them as a friend or go into partnership. That's another way you can definitely see that. Bridge, successfully overcoming a problem. So whatever you choose, it will be successful. But I feel like a lot is happening. I'm also seeing, because of this, you know how you have New Year's, and as everyone does a countdown, apparently at the countdown for Happy New Year's, you're meant to kiss the closest person next to you. Got a feeling you might kiss that friend of yours, or they might want to kiss you. So either. But yeah, everything's going to work out. It's going to be a really good New Year's for you. I feel like, again, with lots of family, friends getting together, you might be going out and celebrating. Probably, I've got a feeling you might start off not wanting to go out and celebrate, but it is the best for you. If you're feeling like, no, I want to stay in, but then you feel a little bit stuck, it's okay to renege and go, yeah, I'm going to come out. Or just surprise them and meet them out there. For any of my friends and people who are, you know, introverts who do not like to go out, you could have a few friends come over to your place and like you guys enjoy you know, watching it on TV, the countdown. So yeah, if this does happen, there could be some friends who don't what's the word, they don't approve of the two friends getting together, or maybe one of your other friends was like, I always liked that person, like, you knew I liked that person. It's like, no, you never mentioned it. So it could cause a little bit of stuff like that. Or they might want to see how, you know, how much passion is there, and do a, what's the word I'm hearing, it's like, you know how they check if they're loyal, they do a loyalty test or some BS like that. Yeah, that might be the case. But yeah, there's a lot of creativity, there's a lot of passion, there's a lot of ability to start a relationship during this time of the year, and you're planning for the future, you're working hard on what you want to create. And I've got a feeling if this person backs you up with what you want to create, then this is definitely your reading. I feel like you might not see this coming, so they might be the person who's always liked you and you're like, oh my god, I never saw it. You might be an oblivious person, my beautiful pole number ones. Which is nothing wrong with that, it's quite common actually. But yeah, you're definitely hopping into this new year with plans for ahead, being close to your friends, and maybe starting a new relationship and creating that new thing that you want to chase, that new passion. Alright, this is the reading I have for you. I am wishing you all a happy new year, and I'll see you in next year. Hello, all my beautiful pole 2s. If you chose this Bastet tarot, or if you chose this selenite raw crystal stick, then this is your reading. For your week, like, I'm getting 1 or 2 or more cards, just these mini light seer tarot cards, 1 for each day of the week, and then I will be getting more cards as like a weekly reading, just to see what you might be focusing on or what might be happening. I'll also be getting a few of like 1, 2, 3, however many of these little things. They're like mini charms that are meant to show the major arcana. So like, for example, that's the devil. I'll see what might pop out there, and I will also be getting some tea leaf cards. So I'm going to start off with your 1 day a week, 1 card a week, 1 card a day. Oh my gosh, all back to front. Oh wow, we're starting off strong with the tarot. Oh, the lovers, the tower. Oh my goodness, all of a sudden my brain doesn't want to work. Ace of Wands. Feel this one. The 2 of Swords. Interesting. So if this is indeed meant to be for the week that it's tight, like, you know, meant to be, then this is the 31st, and then this is the 31st of December 2025 and the 1st of January 2026. If not, then just take it for whenever you are watching, because I do intend for this to be timeless. Okay, and for our Sunday, we had the Seven of Cups, but we also had the Five of Wands. Okay, the last group actually had to come out on Sunday as well. I feel like a lot of people might have full on Sunday because it is big weeks, especially your week. My beautiful poem number 2 is your week is huge, it seems. Okay, so what's happening is you're starting off with the Tower, number 16. It is about like chaos, there's change. It can be like a revelation or an awakening, like something you don't see coming. It could be the truth is revealed to you. It could be freedom. So like maybe it could be like you've paid off your, you know, a big loan is paid off and you finally feel freedom from that, you know, from that loan, from those bill, that massive bill. It could be something like something that you don't see coming that could be negative as well. So it could be like family members in an accident, could be you have a heart attack and you weren't aware and you're, oh my god, I did not expect that. It's like something that can strike as fast as lightning, something absolutely unseen, unforeshadowed, something that you know, you cannot see. It takes you by surprise. It can be a good thing and it could be a bad thing. The Tower could be like, you know, winning the lottery. It could be something as bad as losing a family member. It could be, it's anything and everything, something you do not see coming, something you cannot foretell. It can be something like you learn, like it could be you learning that someone you thought was a friend was actually talking behind your back and actually the person who was sabotaging you every step of the way. So when you thought someone was against you, oh, that's weird that I got denied for yet another job, and it turns out one of your references is, you know, saying all this negative stuff and costing you every job you apply for, something like that. Like it can be something you do not see and then you see it. For Tuesday, so this is a major arcana, so this is a huge way to start off your week. You could get a strike of energy. It could just be that you have a lot of chaos happening on Monday, like a lot of like hiccups and things just going wrong. It could be something like you feeling there's a little bit something that you need to change. You could feel like it's time for you to make a change, or you get energy and you want to like change up your routine or change the house or tidy up or rearrange or something like that. Because even though these are major arcanas and they're huge life events, putting this down into a week, it could be that just everything that could go wrong goes wrong on a Monday. I have a lot of people actually say that, like, no one likes Mondays and everything that goes wrong typically happens on a Monday. I don't know why. I just think that's just the way that it is. Maybe because it's the start of the week and no one wants to be doing stuff on the first day of the week because it's a new fresh beginning. Tuesday is got the Lovers, another major arcana. So the Lovers can be a choice, having to make a decision on what to do. It could be related to everything that happens on a Monday. A Tuesday could be you feeling a bit more balanced out after a hectic Monday. You could have someone come your way and give you an offer. You could be focusing on a project or an idea or something creative that you really love. You could be focusing on your partnership or your relationship. This could also be a friendship or a partnership with a new boss or something, like going into partnership with a new work colleague or something like that. Wednesday is the Ace of Wands. So this is a huge passion, you know, manifesting. It's lots of creation and inspiration. It's like that. So as you can see with this image, it's like their third eye chakra is on fire. So they have a brilliant idea which is flowing from their intuitive self. You could also have some passion happening. This could all be connected as well. Like, you know, you get asked out and you didn't ever see this coming, or you meet your soulmate and you're like, whoa, and you move really quickly. You get into a relationship, or you really hit it off. The Two of Swords is another like choice. However, this choice is a bit more like opposing ideas or not having all the information or having to make a blind decision. This came out with the last group too, but theirs was on a Sunday. So I do feel like maybe you get hit with a lot of passion and energy and you're sort of gone with it, and then all of a sudden go, whoa, hold up, I need to decide what I need to do. Like it seems to be like this is a huge shift this week. Your moon, okay, so the moon is about following your intuition, your subconsciousness. It is about mystery, can be about secrets and illusions, but typically if there is a secret, so I feel like with this, you know, you're having to make a decision, but she's blinded. I feel like you're going to follow your intuition and you will see clearly what choice to make. I feel like if you have a choice to slow down and to sleep on it. So our subconscious sometimes already knows what we want to do. It is our instinct. Everyone has it. It is your intuition. The Page of Pentacles is you working slow and steady. But it's also having someone possibly offer you a job or an idea, some money. You could also get a message saying, oh, you know, like, here's this money back, here's a return. It is about determination and a new opportunity typically. But you can see how they're balancing. Like, but look how relaxed they are. I feel like you're gonna definitely be working on this. It could be that you get a job offer and you're slowly contemplating about, do you take it or not. You have a lot of choices showing up. So one choice could be like, you know, with one specific department of your life, and another choice could be, you know, a job department of your life, for example. Yeah, look, the Seven of Cups is you are actually beginning, I feel like you're overthinking. You have too many options. You might even be tempted to try multiple options at once, and it will cause burnout, or it could cause some conflict with, if you're choosing multiple choices at the same time and you can't commit to those multiple choices, you might cause some more conflict. Yeah, this can be about ambition as well, and contemplation, and arguments and disagreements. However, because they're reaching for that fire, I feel like you're definitely going to be quite ambitious when making a choice. Let's say you get, you've applied for a lot of jobs and multiple jobs come back saying they all want you. You now need to choose which one's going to be the right job for you. For an example, I feel like you might go with the most ambitious one. Like maybe it will be the hardest one. I think you really contemplate on it a lot. You might make this decision with money on the mind as well. All right, let's see what other major arcana we get. Oh, snap. Thank God I just looked. Oh, okay, you got a lot. So you got, yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. So this is good luck. So if you have to make a choice, you will make the right choice. It will be that you're on the right path, I'm seeing. The World is victory. It is success. It's full completion. The Empress, she's about creativity, following your feminine intuition. You also have Justice, so unbiased, making the right choice. Justice will be in your favor, and you have strength. You have the ability and the courage and the capability to get through this. That's very strong, my friends. Very, very powerful. For all those ones to come out, it's sort of showing that when you make decisions, you are safe, you're protected, and you're on the right path. Okay, let's see. The Page of Wands, strength again, so this one was strength. The Ace of Swords, the King of Pentacles. Anything else for what my beautiful pole number 2s have this week? Ooh, okay. You got a lot coming out. I'm actually worried I'm not going to be able to fit them all. Okay. I might need to move these up here. Okay, so with the Page of Wands, they are typically a creative, curious, enthusiastic person, or you will be embodying that energy, which does make sense because you do have a lot of fiery, passionate energy starting off. You also have strength, so you might have this might boost your confidence. You might have a courage to go after this passionate idea. I feel like it's not going to be something you typically want to, or it's something that you've always put off because you're like, no, I'm not at that caliber or at that level yet. I'm not capable yet. The Ace of Swords is typically a new idea or communication. I feel like if you are going for something out of your comfort zone, you're gonna get a response perhaps from someone who is like a King of Pentacles. Could be like the boss, the hiring manager. It could be someone offering you a contract. You could be gaining a loan as well. If this is the case, like you could be gaining a loan for something that's going to go towards a creative passion that you've always wanted to make. So let's say, for example, you want to write a book, but you need to, you know, get a book cover, do all the advertisement, do, you know, create the book and all of that. You might need a loan for that. Or this could be like, you know, for a surgery, something out of your comfort zone, something you're gonna really have to dig deep to go through. It doesn't feel like it's easy. Judgment, this is a calling, so yeah, you're probably gonna get a phone call about this. The Seven of Cups, again, this is Seven of Cups, lots of choices I think you're considering. And you got the Tower again. Yours are very synchronicity, like there's a lot of synchronicities connecting them. You have the Hermit, the Queen of Swords, and you also have the Nine of Wands. So your Nine of Wands is strength. It is determination. It's like that last little bit of the race. You gritting your teeth to make it through. And you have the King of Cups on the bottom. So your King of Cups is someone who's very empathetic, balanced with their creative side and their ambitious side and the things that they love, but with their ability to think clearly and not like dive in the deep end and you know, not be prepared. So they're very balanced, they're very emotionally mature and mentally mature, very, very mature person. You might be embodying this person. The Hermit, I feel like you're really gonna be contemplating. I'm also seeing like you're holding these flowers and all of a sudden he's walking with them on his back, like he's carrying his strength with him. This is something that's going to be difficult for you to consider, or it's something that you've been wanting to do for a long time. If this isn't a job, this could be a creative endeavor. This could be to do with health as well. For a few of you, I'm getting that feeling. If this is indeed a job or something, it could be that there's a fall through, or something else happens in the family which takes away from your like this brand new job. It's as if it takes you away from that priority. Like you just start, and with that, at the end of this week, like something in the family happens and you're like, I now need to take time off. The such and such is in the hospital and all of this drama is just happening out of nowhere, like all this chaos I didn't perceive is happening. And they're a bit like, I wonder if they're going to be committed. Like you worry it's going to affect the job that you just took or something like that. It's something that's really getting in the way. But like it feels like you have more options available to you no matter what. Like you're very capable, pole number 2s. The Hermit is about solitude. It's about closing yourself away. It's about introspection. You know, it could be inner wisdom, like growing internally. Sometimes this comes up with studies or learning. However, for others it could be going through a traumatic experience and having to process and go through that energy and to, you know, what's the word, it's like filter it. You need to filter it through. You will come out stronger after it, because the Queen of Swords, she doesn't take shit from anyone, guys. She is very direct. She's very good with communication. She's very smart, very intelligent. She also puts down really, really good direct boundaries. She's like, no. If someone crosses it, no, fuck off. Like, she will not deal with it. She'll get up and she'll leave. The second she gets disrespected, she's out. She will not deal with that. It's as if this is it feels like someone might take advantage of you in a new job position and you're not having a bar of soap with it. Yeah, and this seems to be a big journey. Wow, it feels like this is really going way beyond your week. If something in the past has happened, you might have something come up again this week that reminds you of that really big past you had. It might cause some anxiety or depression, or cause you to close in on yourself again, I'm hearing, for a few of yous. There's a lot happening. I feel like everyone's got a giant week, and because we're sort of, this is meant to be the week we go from one year to the next year, is a heap happening. Unfortunately, there's nothing much we can do about that. The energies are being picked up that, you know, there is a lot going on in every person's life. There's renewal energy. We have September. Maybe something from September comes back, like if you applied for a job back in September, if there was some drama back in September, it can come forward again. Oh, you got all, okay, I think that's enough. That's a lot, guys. It's a huge amount. Romance is in the air. You did have the lovers. If you've broken up with someone, they might come back. Bird flying news is on the way. I did mention you were going to get a call. Gavel, involvement with the law. So you did have judgment here, but also justice came out here. So if you are in trouble with the law, know that justice means it's unbiased. So if you done the bad thing, then judgment will be handed out accordingly. If someone done wrong to you, then, you know, justice will hand out accordingly. And a sincere wish will be granted. So something good is definitely going to be happening. That could also be this tower. Tower can be something good that you don't see coming strike. Weeping willow, family sorrow. It could indeed be you get 2 towers in 1 week. This is a huge thing, very rare. You could have something good happen, you could have something bad happen. Something bad could happen, but something good comes from it. So for example, if someone passes away but they leave you a will and you gain from that will. I know you'd rather the person, we all would, but unfortunately I have to read how these cards come out. Dagger, fear, worries, and tense situations. That definitely has shown up. You are worried, you're overthinking, you got a lot of things that are causing you to go in on yourself and have to really contemplate. Strong emotion, passionate love or hate. You have bag, something important such as a new job or a raise. That really makes me think of that King of Pentacles. And carriage, a journey either physical or mental. You definitely are going on a journey. So that is the reading I have for you guys. I have a feeling this definitely blitzed past a little bit more than a week, but yeah, you guys have a lot happening in your lives. I feel like in every different department of your life there is things happening. There's just one thing after another with you guys. Poll number 2. I'm wishing you all the best. Have a happy new year. I'm thinking of you all, and I'm leaving you with lots of love, light, and positive vibes, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye. Hello and welcome to all my beautiful poll number 3s. If you chose this Sirius tarot or this quartz crackle crystal tower point, then this is your reading. Let's sit that there. Alrighty, so the way this reading is gonna go is I'm gonna pull a Light Seer's tarot one or more for each day of the week, just so we can get an understanding of how you might be feeling, what might be happening. I also have these little images of major arcana, which I'm gonna spoon out, and what, like, without looking. I hope that made sense. I'm also gonna, at the very end, I'm gonna get some tea leaf, but with this one I'm gonna do an extra reading just for you guys, because this is general, so I'm gonna try and get as much as I can, but just because this is a big week, for the week this is intended for, this is the 29th of December and we're going through to the 4th of January, so 2025 to 2026. This is the 31st of December, Wednesday, and Thursday's the 1st of January. So that's the week of intention that I'm reading for. However, whenever you click on this, if something resonates, then take it. If it doesn't, then it's not for you. Click off. I always take what resonates. I'd rather people do that than just try and make it fit when it doesn't fit. You always follow your intuition. Everyone has their intuition. All right, let's start off with a card for each day of the week. Two of Swords. This is the only one that has popped out in every single pile. I feel like everyone's got massive decisions. We have the Magician. I'm not taking reversals today. Wednesday, which is the 31st, whatever, you have the Devil. For Thursday, the 1st, you have the Nine of Pentacles. For Friday, you have Justice. For Saturday, we have, it's quiet. So you might be having a very quiet weekend. For Saturday the 3rd, the Knight of Wands. For Sunday, you have the Four of Pentacles. Okay. Fantastic. Let's put that aside. Okay, Two of Swords, like I've mentioned for the others, it's more of trying to get balanced, making decisions to have more of a balanced life. It's also having opposing ideas, like you might be like, I really want to do this, and then you go, it comes with this downfall, nah, I don't want to do this. Like, it's like you're going back and forth. It could be that other people are trying to influence you, like these two crows that are trying to pull you this way and this one's trying to pull you this way. But you see how she's blinded, like she's got a blindfold on? I feel like there's something like people are urging you to make a decision, or you feel like you have to make a decision, but you haven't done the research yet, or you don't have all the information. So you need a clearer view. Like, before you make a decision, if people are rushing you, know to not make it, because they only want you to make a decision because they benefit. Always know that, especially if you're being pushed or forced to make a decision quickly. So you might need to make a decision. I think perhaps this might be future planning, but I feel like you don't, if that's the case, I feel like you don't feel like you have enough foresight to make decisions yet. Like, you want to leave it for a little bit longer. When it comes to, this is a major arcana, the Magician, number 1, you might be trying to, you know, guide yourself, your inner guidance. I think you're probably contemplating, you're looking at deep inside yourself, like, what is it that I want? What do I want to create this year? What am I trying to manifest? What are my big goals and inspirations? And, you know, what resources do I have at my disposal? Will I need help to bring about this goal? Can I go for this goal if I'm with where I'm at now? No? Well, what do I need to do to get to it? Like, you're really manifesting. I think you're really planning. You are looking into your future. I think you want to make decisions, but you don't quite, if it's a giant decision, like a giant goal that you're after, I feel like you might feel out of your depth. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, so the Devil can be, you know, putting yourself in a position for like a loan. Like if you need extra financial assistance to gain your goal, you might actually put yourself into a loan, like lock yourself into a contract. You might also be you know, indulging in some bad habits, such as spending, drinking, smoking. I mean, this is technically this week, this is meant to be the 31st, so when we go from the last day of this year to the next day of, you know, next year, lots of people drink and celebrate, let's be honest. You might also be following, like, you might be, you know, lusting and being greedy and indulging. You know, the devil can mean all of those things, you know, indulging and enjoying yourself. In the moment you're enjoying yourself, but afterwards you might be like, oh no, why did I do that? You know, that you sort of regret a few things afterwards. It could just mean you fall into bad habits again. It could be like, it doesn't mean it has to be negative. You could be planning to have, like, when you plan, let's say you don't like to drink anymore, you know not to fall back into drinking, but you might have a casual drink every now and again, like you don't go above and beyond. So you've sort of planned knowing you're going to have a drink on Wednesday and not go overboard, like you're putting in some restraints on yourself. I think you might knowingly be stepping past a boundary you keep, but you've planned for that. For your Thursday, the Nine of Pentacles is beautiful. We've got comfort, we've got security, we have abundance. I feel like you do stick to your boundary, like you don't overindulge, you don't fall off the deep end or the wagon or whatever it is. I feel like if you do put yourself into a loan, you get that money, you get approved for it, and you feel like you got some freedom. Money, our world revolves around money. It's how we live, it's how we survive, it's how the, you know, you need to have money to get education, you need money for food, you need money for shelter, you need money for clothes, you need money for necessities, you need money for everything in this world. And sadly, that's just the way it is, unfortunately. So if you do gain some money, I feel like you're definitely gonna feel that freedom, that like that sigh, like you've got breathing room. You might be living in a little bit of luxury, like indulging in, you know, some food, some good quality food and some luxuries, like, you know, you get it could be something as simple as, you know, you got a new mattress and you're enjoying it because it's like a proper sleep. Like, it's like little things, but it's like luxury for you, is what you've been wanting. With Friday, there is justice. Now, with justice, it is unbiased. So like, if you've done something bad, you know, you will face justice. Like, karma will come its way to you. You might even have some run-in with the law. It could be contract, money wise, it could be police, security, it could be paperwork that has to do with contracts, DMV, it could be licensing, anything like that. If you might have a license like expire, or registration that expires, and you've forgotten, like you've missed it because it's, you know, a lot's happening, it's hectic, you might forget it. I also see like there's a dark side from this. There's a dark side and a light side, and I think you're working to keep it balanced. I think you've learned what your shadow self is like what your red flags are and what your green flags are, and you work endlessly and tirelessly to keep it very balanced. That's one thing. I think maybe you're trying to be better, and if you do something bad, know that, you know, justice is there for a reason. So it isn't always, this is a bit difficult to say because it can range from 1,000 different things. However, it is all about fairness. I think making a decision as well. So you do have, like, maybe this is the clarity you needed to make this decision, and you finally feel like you can make the right one now. Like, this might be, it might take you a solid week to finally make a decision, and you're happy with it. Like with Saturday, is the Knight of Wands, sorry. I don't know why I wanted to say Pentacles, but it's like ambition. You're feeling adventurous, you're feeling some freedom, some passion. And the Four of Pentacles it can be about savings, but it can be about not spending as much, being frugal. It can be a bit greedy, but it's more like security and saving your money and being quite smart about it. If you do come into money, you might live a little bit happy and, you know, make choices, and based on this choice you make, you might, you know, celebrate, but I feel like you're also going to save for it. Like, you're going to be like, nope, don't blow it all at once. Oh, you got a few that came out. Okay, we have the Devil again. I'm going to sit him with there. Definitely a choice. Might be some, like I said, a contract or a loan. You have the Hermit, which is deep contemplation. It's you know, inner knowledge. I just heard consulting your spirit guides. You have the Lovers as well. You might be consulting your partner in this decision. And there is also the Hanged Man, which is about changing your perspective or slowing down, which I feel like you do have to do. From this to this, you definitely have to slow down and consider every variable. That's what I'm getting. So I feel like every single group has had major decisions needed, major choices to make. Let's see what else is showing up for you guys. Like, what else might be needed. Ooh. What else might be happening? You have Death, yep, the end of something old and the beginning of something new. The Knight of Pentacles, so this is slow and steady. This is security, this is abundance, this is like hard work and being, it's a way to slowly expand, but it's very slow and steady wins the race. This can also show that slow down and don't make a decision, because the slower you are, the more you're gonna gain. So if you leave off your decision till later on, you most likely will get a higher offer or get more money out of it, or it is about material wealth and gain. So the Death is, maybe it's the end of living frugally and having abundance. I definitely feel like you're planning for sure. These all wanted to flip out of my fingers. So you have the Page of Swords. This is definitely a message. It could be the internet, like an email, researching. Three of Swords is something of like, you feel like you're at a loss or separated. If you are far away from a partner, you might be trying to consult with them about making this choice, making a decision, and you might be texting or emailing them, and you're in separation. You sort of feel that, like, Magician again. So you have Magician here and here. So the Magician, again, as I said, you can manifest something. You're definitely contemplating. There's something you want to bring about. There's something you want to create. I feel like you're very much worried about doing it wrong. You have the Six of Wands, which is victory. The Six of Swords, which is, oh my god, perfect, guys. Perfection. Okay, so because I don't have enough space, I'm just gonna sit these up here. You are gonna bring about what you want. Six of Wands is all about victory. It's like success and accomplishment, but it's accomplishment and success that you want to announce, and you get recognized for, either at work, they give you the promotion and they put it all up and like, congratulations, and they all celebrate. You get round of applause. Like, it's recognition on a bigger scale. It's more people than just, you know, just family. You could be just, you know, putting out your success and everyone congratulates you. People are recognizing it and applauding you for it. So the Six of Swords is actually about going, it's a change, but it's like supported movement. So like, you are choosing to either travel or you're leaving some drama or some negative, like maybe some bad choices behind. Like maybe it's like you had two choices and you're leaving the other choice behind, knowing that it probably wasn't to serve your higher good. So you're going onto calmer waters. So if you, like, for example, I'm just using the, you know, promotion. The promotion's going to come with more income. It's going to come with steadier work hours. It's going to be less chaotic. It's more relaxed and smooth sailing. And then the 9 of Pentacles, which is, again, you have synchronicity showing up left, right, and center, guys. 9 of Pentacles, again, you're happy, you're living luxuriously, you have abundance, you have material wealth and security and comfort and everything you could ever want. You've got, like, this is really reminding me of the 9 of Cups, but it feels like, so the 9 of Cups is like a wish granted. However, it feels like this is something you've brought about by your own choice, from your own decision making and your own ability. Like the luck you bring in your life is from your own ability to discern and to contemplate, and your ability to work or do something. Like you might have a really amazing ability to do something and you know it, and you go above and beyond and you work hard and you bring this about. Like for example, like a promotion, you worked hard for it, you do get recognized because you are the right person, you are capable, you have put in that work and that effort, and you get back what you put in. You bring about your own good luck. And see, strength, this is courage, this is confidence, this is happiness. And look, underneath it you have the sun. Look how amazing this is. It's absolutely wonderful. You've got a lot of good things. It's growth and creativity and passion. But yes, the sun is all about courage but confidence. This actually getting what you worked for boosts your confidence. It's like a reaffirmation of, yes, I am the right person for the job. Yes, I wasn't wrong for going for this. Yes, I know I was capable and I've just proven myself right. It's sort of like, for example, if you are sick with something and you see a lot of different doctors and you get gaslit and told, no, you know, it's nothing that serious, like come off it. Let's say, for example, you think it might be POTS. Not saying anyone has it. This isn't me, you know, telling you that you have it. It's just, for example, you have all the symptoms. You think that's it. They sort of downplay it and go, oh, it's probably just blood pressure. Let's put you on blood pressure medication. Or, oh, it's just, you need to eat more salt. You know, your blood pressure's low. Like, you know, you get gaslit and put down and down and down. And after a very long time, you think like you're losing your mind. You're like, no, surely I know my body. I know my intuition. I know this. And it's like you finally strike gold with someone who listens. Like you see someone who listens and then helps you. And they tell you, they do all the proper tests and they go, you were right, you have POTS, POTS, you are correct. And it's like all of those years, it's like, oh my God, I was right, I knew it. And it sort of reaffirms that, yes, you do know how to listen to your body. Yes, your intuition was right. Yes, the effort and the energy and everything you've been doing was right. You listen to your body right. It's like once you get a diagnosis after dealing with the symptoms for so long, for some people will never understand, but for those who do, it is like the most freeing, like, weight off of your shoulders. It is the reaffirmation that proves you are on the right path as well. And I feel like this is exactly what you guys really needed. Not that you need a diagnosis, some might not, but like that's the feeling I'm getting. And because you know whatever it is that you get what you're after, you chase it, it's as if it's calmer, it's happier, it's everything's in the right place for you. Rose, romance is in the air. I feel like I did mention that you're consulting a partner, and there is the lovers there. The lover could deal with, the devil, getting into a partnership for some of you. Strong emotions, passionate love, or hate. Got a feeling you guys have a lot of positives, like a lot of love. I don't see anything about hate or negativity or fighting or competition, or like there was nothing of that. Owl, good advice from a wise person. This could be a person to do with law, like a lawyer, a judge, a police officer, someone who works in the sector that you need advice in. Let's see, anything else for my beautiful pole number 3s for their week? Also, this is a big week. I feel like everyone's week is sort of like everyone's planning and making decisions for their future. It is possibly because of the week I'm reading for. There's a lot that happens when we go from an old year to a new year, from one year to another. There's an ending and a new beginning. You could also choose to, oh, that one went flying, to walk away from something and towards something that's going to actually bring you stability and security, work achievement and success. Yes, a lot of achievements. Let's see, that one. Heart, love, deep, affectionate and caring. Ooh, okay, got a feeling this one, clouds, temporary problems. Yeah, you might have some temporary problems that you'll walk away from. Dogs, getting together with friends. And wedge, someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. So someone might be trying to sabotage you. That could be this devil. I don't think they will succeed. That might also be someone who's trying to urge you to make a decision rapidly. Like someone coming along saying, oh, I done up your will, here you go, quickly sign it, sign it, sign it. And it's like, it's for them to get everything. And you're like, that's not what I wanted, you know. And then vase, secret admirer. I feel like that one too. Egg, success assured. Yep. With good plans and hard work. So yes, if you put in the energy, you put in the effort, you plan it, you know, make your decisions very thoughtfully. Don't jump the gun. Don't, you know, go for the first option or choice. You know, do some research. Everything will work out. You just gotta, you know, make the right decisions with consulting people. Sit on it, sleep on it. I think the saying is sleep on it. Slow down. This week's gonna go, I feel like this week's gonna go really quickly for everyone. So don't match that timing, don't match that speed, or, you know, don't feel rushed. Even if you do feel rushed, ignore it. I'd slow down. If you jump the gun and you make a decision, it's probably not going to end up as in the best interest of yourself, and it might cause some issues where you're going to find it hard to, you know, backpedal on that decision because it won't be what's right for you, or it's going to be a whole heap of drama that deals with certain people that you do not want to be dealing with, for example. Oh my goodness, oh wow, that was full on. My beautiful pole number 3s, this is the reading I have for you. Please like, share, comment, leave a heart. If anything resonates, let me know. If you read any of these cards in a different manner, or you know, if they're related to you in a different way and you know it, please do mention it. I do love to hear everyone's takes on these, and I'm leaving you all with lots of love, light and positive vibes, and have a happy new year, guys. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye now.